Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing video predictions for the third episode of The Walking Dead Season 11 for Hunted and the oncoming battle with the Reapers. Alright dudes, and this one does sort of contain spoilers if you're not caught up for The Walking Dead. Now it's a little bit tricky for us to do this because we have AMC Premiere, which this last season in particular is showing the episodes a whole week ahead of time. So a lot of people have seen the season premiere episode now of Season 11, Episode 1, and maybe half that many people, like half and half have seen the first two episodes, and the others have just seen the first one. So this one is for episode 3. So I'm going to assume in this video that for the predictions for what's going to happen in the third episode, I am to predict that you've already seen the first two. So if you haven't, this is going to contain spoilers for that. You can click the channel link name below and maybe watch a review for episode 1 or watch the discussion about Negan and Maggie. If you've just seen kind of the cliffhanger ending for the first episode, watch that episode, that video that I did, Will Maggie Kill Negan one instead? That's a discussion topic for that one. In this one, we're going to go ahead and do our predictions for the third episode of The Walking Dead Season 11. It is called Hunted. So both of the first two episodes for The Walking Dead Season 11 end in cliffhangers, and I feel like they're both awesome. You know, the first episode with Maggie literally hanging off the front. I mean, if that's not... there's no cliff there, but it's it's about as close to a cliffhanger as you could probably get, unless they did something last season in the cave where someone was like hanging off the side of an actual cliff or something. But it was a pretty sweet cliffhanger to end off the first episode, and then the second episode also ends in an awesome cliffhanger with the Reapers kind of coming out and kind of coming towards them. So I had to watch the last sequence back through again of episode 2. Like I said, spoiler warning. And a lot of things happen very quickly, but luckily with streaming, if you have AMC Plus, you can rewind and watch it a couple times back and see. I'll also put the link in the description for AMC Plus so you can sign up via Amazon and you can watch it. I think almost every country has it now. In Canada, that's what we can use. Maybe you can try if you're in the UK or elsewhere. You can try and see if you can sign up for it there. They've got a trial, and then it's like $9 a month for AMC Plus after that. But you get every episode a week early, so it's pretty sweet. At least when there's new episodes of Walking Dead, it's worth it. So at least for me, it is. So we have the group kind of getting closer to the Meridian, which is the name of the location that Maggie was staying at with Georgie's group. I like the name Meridian. So they're heading towards Meridian, and it feels like a location we've sort of seen somewhat before, but it's you know, you pretty quickly see all of the walkers hanging on the trees as they're walking through it, and you sort of get a bad feeling about it. And Negan, right before shit goes down, Negan pretty much says, like, we should double back. Like you get the sense that Negan sort of senses, because of his experience probably with the Saviors and either setting traps or facing other groups, it kind of feels like he is aware ahead of time what is about to transpire, and right before it happens, but not quite quick enough in the, literally right after he's getting ready to say, like, oh, this looks like it's a trap. You have arrows fly out from the Reapers, and one of them hits the older gentleman that was there, and it looks like it's a death blow, so it looks like he's going to be, basically is killed at the end of episode 2, or likely episode 3. I don't recall his name. You can leave a comment below if you know his name. He's not a forefront character, but we have him who gets hit, and then we also have Cole, who was with Maggie in The Walking Dead, at the Meridian beforehand. So he is kind of a more central character. He's a new character for the season. The bonus episodes, really. So from season 10, actually, if you count it as season, the bonus episodes, the extended episodes of season 10, he's more than just the one season character, because it technically that's 2 seasons. So he gets hit, and I had to rewind and watch it back a little bit, because he gets hit with some kind of a throwing weapon, bladed throwing weapon, and it looks like it does remove his hand. I think it's his right hand, and hit him somewhere in the leg or something like that. So he gets blasted. He gets absolutely smoked here, and he loses his hand, and then he gets hit in the leg. So he is in a pretty bad state. So I would be sort of surprised if Cole does survive episode 3, considering the situation they're in right now. He's hit. He's missing a hand. He's likely going to bleed out if they don't stop it. And they are not in any position to be playing medic or doctor or anything of the sort. They're basically all scattering. And with the third episode being called Hunted, I don't have much of a description that applies to what we're seeing at the end of episode 2, but the description for episode 3, according to the Wikia, says, Magna and Kelly attempt to catch horses. Judith and Gracie cope with their parents leaving. So that is a weird description. It was released before the season started, but those of you guys who have seen episode 2 now kind of can realize that it doesn't really sound like it has much to do with... I'm sure there's probably that going on in the episode, but that's not really what we're all wanting to see. We want to see the battle with the Reapers that's going to happen right here, but it doesn't look like it's going to be much of a battle, because it feels like the group has been totally caught off guard and is already maimed and kind of down a couple of men here. So it feels like, just based on the initiation of this fight here with the Reapers and the name of the episode being Hunted, that they're all going to have to run. They're all going to have to basically get out of there. Negan, Gabriel, Maggie, all the others too are going to have to run. Now, the preview video for this episode briefly shows Gabriel kind of having somebody down. So it's likely they'll probably kill some of the Reapers here. You got Daryl in there too somewhere. So it should be a pretty good battle. I don't expect to see too many more deaths on the side of our survivors. It looks like Cole might bite the dust. The older gentleman is dead. Maybe something with Gabriel could be, similar to like the comics with the water tower, which is nearby. They're close to that location anyway, so I'll do a prediction to say that maybe this will be Gabriel's kind of, maybe he'll be captured, or maybe he'll be killed off in this first 8 episodes due to something with the Reapers. Also, one of the trailers looks like it shows that Leah, who was a love interest for Daryl, may also be a Reaper too. So she may be in there as well as one of the Reapers in that group. And we don't know who the leader of the I almost said Whispers, the leader of the Reapers is. But I think we've heard him referred to as the Pope marked you, something like this. So I don't know if that's the guy in the middle as they're walking forward, but they do have some pretty sweet weapons. They've got some pretty sweet, what look like machetes, or I think a scythe. One of them has a scythe, which makes sense for Reapers, that the Reaper would have a scythe, like Grim Reaper, that kind of thing. So it's pretty cool stuff. Very exciting group. Very scary to start off this new season of Walking Dead. The Whisperers were awesome in their own right. We've had a lot of cool villain groups in The Walking Dead, but definitely the Reapers kind of have their own style. They have their own look and everything, and they do look very formidable. I'm actually looking forward to this part of the season more than the Commonwealth stuff right now. And also interesting because the television series never really did a Fear the Hunters story arc. They sort of did it with the Terminus group, but it was just a couple episodes. They didn't really expand on it. The comics had a trade which was called Fear the Hunters, and I like that this episode is called Hunted. It really feels like maybe they will sort of use this Reapers group for that Walking Dead Fear the Hunters type of storyline, which they never really adapted all that well. They kind of made it really quick. It wasn't really a big deal. But in the comics, it was more of a drawn-out, cat and mouse type of a game. Like, they were being stalked, they were being hunted. It wasn't just one scene, but it was more of a slow, methodical back and forth tactically. And I think that something like that could be really cool to see, especially if they continue kind of with the visual style they've been using this season. Could be really wicked to see with the Reapers. So I am predicting maybe Gabriel might be one of the big ones the Reapers get this season, and then eventually, predicting that Maggie, Daryl, and the others do defeat them. But it could be interesting if Daryl runs into Leah and is fighting against her and realizes that she's a Reaper, realizes that it's her, and Dog as well. Will Dog, still be loyal to her? Would Dog attack her? some good questions here about how Daryl would react. Or is it possible that if she is a Reaper, she could maybe take Daryl out of commission for this battle and sort of like, trick him or, have him hesitate, and then maybe she takes him down or something unexpectedly, right? Something like that. We pretty much know that after Daryl has defeated Beta at this point, that he could probably take down just about anybody. Daryl versus Mercer would be an interesting battle, but I tend to think Daryl would take Mercer as well too. So maybe the one kryptonite or the one person that could take down Daryl is a love interest that he may hesitate with. Any other guy he could pretty much beat. If he beat Beta, then that makes sense to me. So put your predictions below. Let me know what you guys think. Hunted looks like an awesome episode. Check it out, AMC Plus, this upcoming weekend, or you can watch it the weekend after. I think it's September 5th is the release date if you watch it via the old school method. And I do have some different comments from you guys for this week after these first couple of episodes. Brian Pagani said combined those episodes are on 11 for The Walking Dead season 11, so the first 2 episodes. So hyped to see who the leader of the Reapers is. I don't think Leah will be the leader of the Reapers if she is one of them, but the guy at the front looks really scary, so we'll see who they cast for him. Either way, it could be really cool. It would be cool if it was somebody we knew from the past somewhere that kind of like reappeared or something. That could be, I don't know who they would use for that, but that could be kind of cool, something like that. I just can't think, like maybe if Heath could be one of them or something, or I just don't know, man. That could be kind of cool. He is on the thing for the Commonwealth, so who knows? Maybe at some point we could see Heath again in the series. That would be pretty cool. Although he wasn't that badass when he left, but you never know. It's Walking Dead. People can change, right? So yeah. Okay, sure, says. It's a pretty cool name, right? Yeah. Okay, sure, says. I actually enjoyed the first 2. They did a good job with Negan and Maggie. And I agree with that, absolutely. iamlsusam says, just some constructive feedback, Trev. I don't watch 1-hour videos. 10 minutes is the sweet spot. So, with the live streams, live streams are not for everybody. I mostly do them on Sunday nights just because I find them fun to interact with you guys and see how you guys are feeling and do that. It does take a lot of effort. In the weeks to come and years to come, I don't think I'll stick to them every weekend. That's a big ask to do. Every Sunday commit like 2 or 3 hours to doing one. That's a lot, but I do enjoy them a lot with you guys because then you guys can come on and talk with me, ask questions, we can talk back and forth. And I am interested possibly in doing some where maybe we have one of you guys join, like the gentleman who was a walker in Walking Dead from season 6 to season 8. I'd like to get him on, and maybe some of the other guys too. It could be cool just to have other people join in the live streams and stuff. It's just fun stuff. Maybe we could find out what it's like to be a walker in Walking Dead. John Doe says, just to be clear on Maggie's story, did she really kill pregnant women? Is that what she was saying? I didn't quite get it. Also, did the man kidnap those women and impregnate them? I'm so confused. So that's from John Doe. So I thought for Maggie's story that she kind of meant that the men that were attempting to kidnap her had done so with other women and had done that, and then they died at some point or would kill them or something like this, so they would be walkers with the things. So that was the impression that I got from it, or at least that maybe if they still were alive, some of them it sounded like they weren't, but if one was, they were being held captive. You just got the sense from her story. It was a bit hard to listen to because it was really dark, but it just feels like I guess these guys becoming monsters and using women at that time, because of the situation the world is. So that was a dark story from Maggie, one of the darker ones we've heard in Walking Dead. Some of the stuff they've been doing recently is pretty dark. It makes me think of like Scars. If you guys remember Scars with Michonne and Daryl, that was a pretty dark one as well too. So Kang's brought in some dark stuff since she said she's sick, totally sick. Roman Rhodes says. In a good way, though, for Walking Dead. I like this one, more darker version of Maggie. She's a bit reckless and obsessed, but when it comes to Negan's situation, she's definitely more open-minded about it. Well, it is interesting that she hasn't tried to kill Negan or anything recently. There was the mention of Glenn as well, too, which I think AMC used for a talked-about scene or something. So, it's good stuff, and I expect to see more from it this season. But I am surprised in the second episode she wasn't more like, punishing of him. She kind of pistol whipped him or whatever. That was mostly it. I almost felt like maybe she would kill him right then. They did think about it. She thought about it, but then she decided not to. Lamel KH2 said, the actress that plays Stephanie is different from the rumored casting. I think that Stephanie is a poser and Eugene will find out. Well, it could be, or they switched the person they were going to use for Stephanie for some reason, like maybe the other actress, the other person backed out and they had to get somebody different for her. Either way, it doesn't really matter too much. I'm just looking forward to seeing that storyline progress. Again, I'm happy that Eugene has a love interest, but it's the last season of Walking Dead, so there's going to be a lot bigger things happening than just that. I mean, that's decently big enough, but we're going to see some major things happen before the series wraps up. And good stuff happening with the Reapers. So happy for them too. That's it for this video, guys. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys back in for another video. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace later, guys. See you soon.